Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. My name's Tomi and today I'm going to be showing you a recipe that I sort of dreamt up. Now, if you're familiar with Nigerian food, you know moi moi is like a steamed bean pudding which is made by blending beans with peppers and spices and onions, and then you steam it, normally in a banana leaf. That's a traditional way, or if you don't have access to that, you can also steam it in ramekins. Now, some of you may know I've been gardening throughout lockdown, growing things like kale and lettuce and all kinds of greens, and I've been, I guess, thinking of creative ways to use them up in recipes, and this recipe today is exactly one of those that I have thought of, want to try and see if it works. Now, I've had a look around on the internet to see if this has been done before and couldn't trace anything. So this is very much going to be a shot in the dark to see if this works. If it fails, you're going to see the fail. If it works, you're going to see it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get on with the recipe and I hope you enjoy it. So to start off with, I'm gonna leave a link to my moi moi recipe below, which is on my website. So there you can read all the steps and all the ingredients you need to make traditional moi moi. But today, as we're making the green moi moi, I've already got my beans soaking, and these are just brown honey beans. You can find them at any sort of Nigerian food shop or African food shop, and I have soaked them overnight. And I've also peeled them. Now, I haven't shown you on camera the process of peeling the beans, but I have another video for akara, which is another bean-based snack, and I show you the process of how I peel my beans. So I'm going to leave a link to that video as well, so you can go watch it, or you can even just Google peeling beans. But basically, just to give you a rundown, you soak the beans for a while, and then you just rub them between the palms of your hands like that to get the skin off the beans, and what you're left with, hopefully, is just the nice interior. As you can see, nice and white. And the reason why I'm peeling it for this recipe is because I want it to take on the green color, sort of unadulterated, and this will make for a good base. So I've got here about 1 cup of the beans soaked, which means you need to start off with about ½ a cup of beans because it does swell up as you soak it. So this is the equivalent now of 1 full cup of beans peeled and soaked. And then I've already cut some kale from the garden this morning, and I've given it a wash. And oh gosh, I haven't even measured this, but it's like, just to give you a visual, it's like a really good handful. It's like a huge overflowing handful. So whatever measurement you want to take from that. So there's my kale, which I will be blending together with the beans. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so I have added the kale and the beans into this nifty little hand blender thing that I have, and in addition to that I've added 1 cup of water, just ordinary cold water, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this now. Okay guys, so I have finished blending my beans and kale. And remember, it was with 1 cup of water, so I'm hoping that this hasn't made it too watery, but we're going to see in a second, and then we can add our seasoning. Alright, so this is our base for the moi moi, and I'm actually going to grab a spoon so I can show you the consistency of the batter. Okay. So it's fairly runny, but it's not too dissimilar from a normal moi moi batter, so I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we got the ratio right. Right, so to this, I am just gonna season with some salt. I'm gonna season it with 1 stock cube that I'm just gonna crumble in there. And then I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil. So I'm gonna add that to the mixture now, and then we'll go to the next step. And now we're ready to steam. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any banana leaves at home. Otherwise, I would have shown you the process of how to fold it and steam in the banana leaf, but unfortunately I don't have any. So instead I'm going to be using my little ramekin, sort of the size you want to go for. And all you do is you just lightly grease the insides of them. If you have a little bit of parchment paper, you can put a round at the bottom. This just helps it when you're unmolding it, I guess, because I have had situations in the past where it's stuck a little bit and it's very hard to take out after it's steamed. So if you have some parchment paper or even a tiny bit of foil, you can just use that to line the bottom. And then now I'm gonna pour my batter into these ramekins and I'm going to steam them on the stove just with a big pot, which I'm going to fill part way with water, maybe going up to halfway up the ramekin, and then I'm going to just steam it for about 30 minutes. We're going to try 30 minutes first and see what it looks like. If it needs a bit more time, I'll add on a bit more time and I'll let you know. But we'll start with 30 minutes of steaming our green moi moi. I really hope that this tastes good. I can't wait to see how it turns out, and yeah, let's go. So I've ended up with 4 of these ramekins filled about 3/4 of the way up, and they are so stinking cute. Cannot wait. This is the pot that I'm going to be using to steam my moi moi. I've filled it just a little bit way up with some water. I'm going to place the ramekins in there, and also just a sheet of foil is going to go on the bottom, and that's just going to protect the bottom of the pan. I'm going to lay the ramekins on top, cover it with the lid, and on medium-high heat leave it to steam for up to 30 minutes, and I can't wait to show you guys the results. So I'll check back in with you guys when they're done. Okay, it has been 30 minutes, and oh my goodness, I think it's ready. This one got a bit stuck to the foil. But yeah, I think we're there. Okay, so as you guys just saw from that little preview in the pot, the moi mois are done and they have turned out so wonderful. My goodness. So I've taken the roughest looking one because I want to actually take a picture with the nicer looking ones. As you can see, this one got a bit stuck to the foil and so some of it peeled off and whatever. But it's actually worked. It's worked. And so normally what I like to do is to leave the moi moi to cool down for a few minutes, maybe like 20-25 minutes, and this will allow it to solidify a little bit more before serving. But I'm just so curious that I want to try it as it is, so I'm just gonna have a sneaky little taste now on camera to let you guys know what it tastes like. Oh, it's so good. Honestly, you can't even tell that there's kale in this, aside from the color. see. Let's try and focus the camera. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but hey, you get the idea. This is what it looks like. So good. Anyone who loves MOIN MOIN will absolutely love this as well. As you saw, pretty easy to make. Same steps as making MOIN MOIN, except that you add kale to it. And I imagine that this would work really well with spinach as well. You can try it with other greens, see if that works too. But yeah, I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and if you do try this recipe, make sure that you tag me on Instagram at being a Nigerian, because I would love to see your creations. So yeah, have a wonderful week and I will catch you next time. Bye!